Hello again, fellow YouTubers. I know that I'm gonna eventually run out of travel stories and knowledge to talk about. But when I was in boot camp, which I didn't make it past boot camp, on purpose because the recruiters of the Army lied to me on how dangerous the Army was. And if you stay past boot camp, you can't just leave without any consequences. But when I was in boot camp, Lord help me to remember what I was going to say. Oh yeah. So the weapon that we would use was the M16 rifle. And we were taught that when you're firing off your rounds at the enemy, one shot, one kill. Many times, maybe not all the times, that's why they have this option, I'm sure, is one of the options you can put on the rifle is you could switch it from fully automatic to semi-automatic. In my YouTube videos, I put this freaking M16 on fully automatic, and I fire off round after round after motherfucking round of ammo out of my M16, because I still got the best of me hiding up my sleeve. When I run out of all my ammo, I'm going to take that artillery round, mortar round, whatever it was, on Saving Private Ryan, and slam the back end of that on the ground, throw that motherfucker behind me, fucking blow everybody straight to hell. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, so this is a video talking about magic and how magic and Christianity go hand in hand. Magic has to do with Christianity, and Christianity has to do with magic. Now, this knowledge no one has ever taught me. My parents have not taught me. Nobody at a church has taught me. No, my friends have never taught me. Nobody at school has ever taught me this. Which they don't teach you bullshit. They don't teach you anything but bullshit in fucking school anyways. But it was only the spirit world that educated me on this. And I learned this through my own experience, which Betty Eady will tell you. Betty Jean Eady will tell you there's no better teacher than experience. Okay, so now she will also tell you that God will either compel you to do something or he will impede you from doing something. I do believe that Betty has that personality type of letting other people take control. I have the personality type, which I heard in a book called Type Talk, that the military or the army has the highest configuration of our personality types. We are freedom-loving people, and we do not like to get fucked in the ass. We fuck other people in the ass, figuratively speaking. They rub us the wrong way. And by the way, the digital storage on my phone is about to run out, so pardon me if this video gets cut off, because when the storage runs out, it'll get cut off abruptly, so it's without warning. So we'll try to finish this video in time here. And so and when you start to go through your spiritual awakening, that's especially when you want to kind of transition away from letting the wind blow you around like a tumbleweed in the wind, and you want to take more control of the helm of your ship. You know what I'm saying? And not let others victimize you, as the book called Pulling Your Strings talks about. So anyways, before I went through my spiritual awakening, and I overcame my shyness, which I want to make a video talking about, telling others how to overcome their shyness if they're shy. You know what I'm saying? But I was on a train from Ukiah, California, Mendocino County, California, going all the way back to Kansas, my home state. Starting out with the Amtrak bus, which transitioned into riding the Amtrak train. And I was riding through and this is when I was still in my shy stage, and I was riding through Southern California, LA. And so we're going along the southern states. We get to Arizona. This is when I was still shy, and this lady, a black lady. I've had other ladies be nosy with me as well. Not being racist, because other races of women have been nosy with me as well. Okay, but there was this black lady that was asking me all these different kinds of questions, and so I was like, dude, I do not even want to deal with this nosy bitch. And so I'm in Arizona at that one train stop just east of Flagstaff, Arizona. Like one or two train stops past Flagstaff, Arizona to the east. And so I get off. I'm just like, dude, I'm just gonna get off at the next train stop. And I think that God is just compelling me to do this. And so I get off at the next train stop, and one of the train attendants that works on the train, he says, hey, is this your stop? I don't think there's another person that's supposed to get off here. He says in so many words, and I was like, my designated stop wasn't in Kansas, but I'm just randomly getting off here. And so I knew he must have thought that I was kind of odd, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, so I get off in that town. I stay at this, you know that saying that everything is big in Texas? I think many things are big in Arizona as well. And there was this big Adobe style building, and you know, you could easily hide out there if you're homeless, you know, for at least like a night or two or a few nights, you know what I'm saying? And nobody would know the difference, because homeless people don't really exist there so much, you know, because there's not homeless shelters there. And so I'm sitting in this couch, and I sleep on this couch by this fireplace. And like the next day or so, I see this elderly dude that sits close to me, and we start talking, and he finds out that I'm homeless. He helps me out. He buys me a train ticket to get from that town to Flagstaff, Arizona, and he puts me up for the night in a local hotel or motel. And so I get to Flagstaff, finally get to my point. I'm going on serendipitous adventures, and by the way, if I did not get off at that stop and go to Flagstaff, I learned critical thinking knowledge, darn good knowledge, at that homeless shelter at Flagstaff, and also in this magic shop. So, as I mentioned before, let me take a deep breath. The more warm and welcoming somebody is, or people are, the more they have stuff to offer. So if you're in a store and you find numerous people in that store, that's a sign that they have much to offer. I went to this magic shop in Flagstaff, Arizona, and I see Christian items in this magic shop, and I see magic items and magic books and Christian books as well. And so I seen this one book on the bookshelf on this book stand. It wasn't actually a book shelf. It was like a stand. You know what I'm saying? But I seen this one book called The Daily Oracle, and I didn't buy this book. I just picked it up off the shelf, and I opened it up to this one and only spot, and it said that God and or the positive spirits will guide me on where they want me to go by showing me certain passages and books. It says that in so many words. So I go from Flagstaff. I hitchhike east of Flagstaff and get to a small town. Call 911. Try to check into a psych ward. They call up a psych ward in Phoenix, which is like 3 hours south of where I was at. And so they agreed to let me check into that psych ward in Phoenix. And they transport me through an ambulance from that town. Can't remember which one it was, but it was a few miles east of Flagstaff. They drive me like 3 hours south to Phoenix. And then I've given plenty of money to churches, charities, and poor people. That's why I'm blessed with my free check. That's why I'm blessed with my free check now. And God told me I'll become blessed in the future. We'll get to that here in a second. We'll get to that point here in a second. But anyways, the Bible will tell you in Psalms 41 in so many words, if you consider the poor, God will protect you in times of trouble. So I'm in Phoenix after I check out of the psych ward. And now I've heard that a sign that your guardian angels are watching over you is if you're walking down the sidewalk or somewhere and you see a white feather. I'm sitting on the sidewalk and I kid you not, this little white feather floating down. I see it coming at me from the sky, floating down at me, and it lands like right by me as I'm sitting on the sidewalk. And so before that time, I was always afraid of going to LA because I always thought it was violent because of what I've seen on TV about it. But I was like, okay, that must have been my guardian angels showing me that they're watching over me. Because this happens after I drop in a few $100s here, a few $100s there to people on GoFundMe.com. And so I'm like, okay, well, we haven't gone to the city of angels yet, but when our guardian angels show us a sign that they're watching over us, if we were afraid to go to the city of angels before, we ain't afraid to go there now. And so I go there, come to find out, it's not really violent at all. If you carry yourself well, if you know how to carry yourself, if you don't carry yourself well, things can kind of turn out a little bit iffy in that situation. So anyways, I take my disability money, my debit card, go up to the counter of the airport, pay cash for a debit card that's for airports only. And so like you had to put cash in this debit card machine, and it prints out a debit card without amount of money, minus the price it costs for the actual plastic debit card. You know what I'm saying? So you can buy plane tickets with cash if you did not know that. So I bought one with cash, and I went from the Phoenix airport to LAX, and I went from LA County to being locked up in Riverside County, and I know time's getting short on within my 15-minute time limit and the digital storage on my phone. So basically, we'll get to this knowledge, more about this knowledge on how magic and Christianity both go hand in hand. They're associated with each other. We'll talk about that more in part 2 of this video, talking about how Christianity and magic go hand in hand. Till next time, see you in like a day or two. Bye for now. Peace out.